Hello ladies and gentlemen, MarauderEX here, back with more Let's Play Shining Force Resurrection of the Dark Dragon, and I lost my audio for this! My computer crashed before Audacity finished exporting the file. We had a bit of construction in our neighborhood, and the power went out, and I was like, no, for the love of God! So I'm doing all this post-commentary, so I'm not entirely sure what I was talking about beforehand, because it's been crazy. But we are still fighting the giant eye, the laser eye, and this is not really an aggravating fight, but it's more of a It reminds me of the Prism Flower fights, and you can see that this is the precursor to the Prism Flower fight, since this is, in fact, a prequel. But I don't like the range of the eye. There's no way to dodge it. Like, at least with the Prism Flowers, you can kind of dodge. So this is a fight that you will lose people. Just expect to lose people, because if anyone's damaged in any way, shape, or form, the laser eye will kill them. Because the laser eye will do about 14 points of damage to everyone. So, and like, people like Henri, I'm gonna lose Henri. Henri's gonna die. I know this, because she has like 12 HP. The math is sound for this. It's going to happen. In the meantime, I'm going to take out as many of these people as possible. And level up in the process. There are cards to get in this battle. I'm not entirely sure if I've talked about that or not. But the cards are the laser eye. If Tao or Henri kill the laser eye, you get the laser eye card. Henri has to kill the Silver Knight. And this is only... okay, this is the laser eye attack. Boom. Headshot, 14 points of damage. See, Tao, dead. Henri, dead. 13 points of damage. Like, she was at full health. Henri just has terrible HP. Low, dead. Chris, almost dead. I would have been pissed if I lost all of my healers. Thankfully, one of them is still around. May, dead. Xylo, almost dead. I was expecting Xylo to die. I was. Lizard Man. And again, if you really don't care about clear bonuses, you could just sit there and wait for the exponential amount of turns for the laser eye just to kill everything in front of you, and you don't have to worry about it. That is a plan. That was actually something I seriously considered doing about this point. I really thought about just saying, scrap this video, scrap the episode 19 as well, and just starting this fight over and be like, yeah, that didn't happen. We're gonna say screw it. But as you can see, didn't happen. I'm still going through with it. And I'm kind of glad I did, because why not? Why not? I'm not having really too much trouble in this fight. I lost a couple of people, but it didn't make it impossible for me to win the battle. And I have to get out of the Shining Force 3 mindset of people can die. It's okay to lose people. I was just so enamored with the fact of doing a blind LP of Shining Force 3 and not really losing that many people. I did lose a couple of people, but not that many, and my friendships stayed relatively high. I was quite proud of that achievement. and it's more of an irksome agitation in this game that I was able to blind LP scenarios 2 and 3 without too much problem, and this game is just giving me frustrations. It's giving me the vapors. I said that. Oh god, yeah. And I'm learning. I love Xylo more and more as I use him. Yeah. I also can't wait until I get some more of the other characters. There's 2 characters. Well, I mean, there's a ton of characters I've been told that I have to use in general. I've been recommended that Domingo is one of the best casters in the game. I've been recommended that Zuika, the bug ninja gentleman who's accompanying Narsha, that he's fantastic, and he's a character exclusive to the remake. There's the wing knight, or the air knight, Koihichi, I can't remember his name. Koihichi, the old man. I'm not sure if we've seen him yet or not. We may have. I think so. Yeah, I think we've seen him. Yeah, because there was an engine on the table, and I said it looked like a phone, because it looked like a phone. Alright, so we kill the knight, because I just got tired of dealing with it. And we receive the duelist, which is an arrow, which is good, but eh. And there's Pell! He takes off his Silver Knight mask, and he gets a portrait! He has a face underneath that mask. He's not just a random soldier. Like every stormtrooper that came before him. He has a backstory that we care about. I hate that freaking noise. That is the worst force join ever. And we have destroyed Runefost's laser eye. And we are in the mountains of Bestoke. The Pau Plains. That's the end of Chapter 3. We are now officially halfway through the game. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's 6 chapters. So that means we are over halfway through. And then we come to this. I forgot about this. Well, this is a good thing. This is a good I completely forgot about this, and this makes having to do post-commentary for this so much easier. It will not change the outcome, but I will tell you what I did wrong. Because I do something terribly wrong in this episode. So this fight, we get to control Mawlock. We don't have any of his cards with us, so he's kinda useless. But we have a bunch of undead. We've got ghosts, which they will swarm us because they're all over this map. I think there's like 6 of them. There are the Wizards. I think they've got Blaze level 2. Soul Eater is the boss. If we kill him, we win. And then we've got the Will-O-Wisps, and they have enough MP to cast Freeze level 1 once, and there's 4 of them. And there's 2 treasure chests, one on each side, and then the teleporter in the center. Just look how many, there's more than 6 of the ghosts, because there's 3 up there, there's 3 on the other side, and then there's 2, or there's 3 up there, and there's 2 right beside us that I don't see. So what I do, and ends up screwing me up, is I move forward, which I shouldn't do. I mean, I can cast attack here, But I remember that I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna save her MP for Aura because that's the only healing ability I've got. I don't have any other healing options at the moment, but I move forward. That's what just killed me. I lose this fight because I move forward. Because now I'm going to fight on all three fronts of my characters. See, I didn't see those guys over there. They're going to flank me from the sides. And because the ghosts count as flying enemies, they can move all over the map. And their movement range is so much superior to mine. But you can see how they're starting to box me in. They're going to hit every character on the side. And then I'm going to get to deal with the Will-O-Wisps coming down, casting Freeze, which this team does not have a good magic resistance, so I'm going to take a lot of damage to that. And I think, hey, let's take out the Will-O-Wisp because Freeze is a bigger threat, because it's more guaranteed damage. No, I should have moved back. I should have let everything come to me and try to fight it by bottlenecking it against themselves, because while they can fly, only so many of them can attack me at once, and that's what I missed. And that's where you see where Mawlock has a problem. Without his cards, he's relatively useless. He can't do much, if anything. So, and now I'm going to be surrounded on all sides, front, and rear. And that's just going to be the end of this force. So I completely screwed this battle up, and I was quite disappointed in myself because it was a rookie mistake. I should have looked, and I didn't. But I mean, look how many of them have just now swarmed me. I don't have any AoEs, and even if I did, their magic resistance is fairly high, because most of these things can cast magic. So, but since this is an add-on fight, this is not a fight that was in the original game, the Narsha battles like this are not original fights. It doesn't matter if you lose. If I lose, the story continues. It's not like if Max dies, you don't lose half your gold, you don't have to redo the battle over again. Yeah, you just... the battle's over, it acts like Divine Intervention steps in. And that's it. I am kind of disappointed that I didn't get the 2 treasure chests, but seeing as how, again, this is a freeze level, you have freeze level 2, not blaze level 2. Seeing as how this is a extra battle, anything that I get in these treasure chests should not be detrimental to the completion of the game. So, then we take freeze 2 again. And that's Dead Zuika, which that's my only real heavy hitter. From what I can tell, Mawlock is considerably more dangerous when he gets his cards, and he's considerably more useful, but for the time being, he's a waste. Like, if you can't one-shot something with so little HP, then, yeah. We lose Narsha. And at first I thought we would have to restart the battle, but no. She wakes up. Mawlock, in whatever creepy powers that he's got, says, "Oh yeah, I killed them. Let's go meet the Shining Force. I killed them." Like, if he could kill them like that, why was he not more useful in the battle? Stupid Mawlock. Pissing me off. Yeah, but so I missed those two. And I think here I was debating whether or not I would try to redo the battle, but I hadn't saved, so I'd have to do the laser eye fight again. And I said, to hell with that noise. I just said, let's go. And we get a cutaway to Ramladau, talking to Dark Soul. Dark Soul failed. Ramladau still holds the notion that he's in charge. And we're talking about Ulaanbaatar and where Bulbazak is. Working on our fortress there. Once his battle station is complete, it will be the most feared power in all the galaxy. Not like Dark Soul's ancient religion. Which, you know, if it were an ancient religion, you know, the way they make it sound in episode 4, it's like, oh, it hasn't been around in, you know, hundreds of years. You're the last. No, it was only like 20 years ago. Did you really forget, like, really forget about it that soon? Anyway. And since it's the end of the chapter, we go ahead and save it. The Great Fortress of Bulbazak. Now we are in the POW region. Having ventured out into the POW plain, the Shining Force spots a train of wagons. It's the POW caravan, the home of the people of POW, their town, so to speak. The POW pig. I kind of like the POW pigs. Alright, so there's a lot of stuff here in this town. Speaking of, look at this odd fellow, this creepy looking fellow. This is Elliot, General Elliot. You're right in what you're thinking. I'm a bad guy. He is a general of Runefaust. He's also a dragon newt. Supposedly the last of the dragon notes, but he is a loyal soldier, so he is following Ramladau and Dark Soul's orders, even though he knows something's not right and he doesn't agree with it. But he knows that it has something to do with Dark Dragon, so he starts filling us in on Dark Dragon, which is the first real mention of Dark Dragon in the game, even though the title is Resurrection of the Dark Dragon. I assume that being a dragon newt, which means he's half man, half dragon, he has intimate knowledge of other dragons and dragon history and lore, and so Dark Dragon, being the penultimate destroyer of a millennia ago, he has that information and knowledge. So we're gonna steal this old man's longsword, because he's not using it. And we're just gonna wander around. You can go into the caravan, and there's a lot of stuff in the caravans. You can see there's treasure chests. Empty treasure chests. And a quick chicken that I'm gonna save. And if you explore that console, the very bottom, you get a card. I think I mentioned that in the next part that I actually pick it up because I forgot about it. That guy looks out of place. That's Ernest, the knight. He has a portrait, so obviously he's kind of important. He's planning on leading an attack against the fortress. A life loaf. We're gonna keep that too. I think that's an item seller. The thing about the POW caravan is, that's the weapon seller. Everything seems different. Where people don't really get a house with a sign, people are just kind of standing around. We've got the church, which the church is going to be kind of a big deal here. Because the church will stay. Once we start progressing the story, the caravan will leave, but the church and the the HQ will stay. So this upcoming fight is a great fight to power level, and I actually spend a lot of time power leveling on it. Because I say, screw it, we're at about the time of the game where we're close to promoting. I'm just gonna start promoting, and we're done. Also, there's one thing that you can kind of see if you go up here, touch the wall, and there's Yogurt, the mascot of the Shining Force series, who only really appears in Shining Force 1. No, that's not true. He appears in Shining Soul, I think. He's the most useless character ever. All of his stats are 1. If he manages to kill something, he creates a ring that, what it does, it puts the character that you equip the ring to in a Yogurt suit, and you see a zipper on their back. It's odd. But, yeah. All of his stats are 1. So, unlike Kiwi, who has low HP, low attack, but a ridiculously high defense, which lets him stick around for a while, Yogurt is just useless. Pell is a centaur. We get a dozen of them in this game. He's just another knight. So, yeah. I'm probably not going to be using Pell. I don't see a reason to. Some people do it for stat gains. They look at the min-maxing of the stats, but most characters are going to end with fairly similar stats for their classes, if you look at the curves. So, and that's about it. I'm almost done with this episode, so I'm gonna, I guess I'll go ahead and end this episode here, where I've got just a few seconds left as I'm looking at various stats, comparing and contrasting. I will see you guys in the next installment, where the live commentary will return. Till then, later everyone.